And good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the morning sprint. My name is Daphne Gray. Our girl Brittany Ware is on a much deserved vacation. But get this, we got our beautiful producer, Rebecca Williams, in the house with me right now. We're going to talk about some real cool stories that she picked out throughout today for Virginia Today and a lot of interesting things that you guys want to keep in mind. For example, listen to this. I'm tired of TikTok. Every time we hear TikTok, there's something awful happening. Well, there's another TikTok challenge that's taking lives, and that's the sad situation. We'll tell you why a warning is being slapped on these particular videos and what you should be aware of. And we also want to hear your thoughts on this as well. So when we get to it, I want to get in that back and forth engagement if we could, and hopefully Jasmine will get to those comments. But we also, it is Motivation Monday. You've sprinted some of your pins our way, and we're going to give some highlights to some people and also do a very special shout out to one of our very own here at the station. Speaking of giving a special shout out, let's get to this particular story. This is about a fundraiser for a New River Valley family being hailed a huge success after bikers raised $36,000 for a young girl involved in a freak accident. We've been telling you guys about this story, about the unfortunate situation with the little baby's feet. Because of that accident, Aubrey Coletta needed her feet reattached by doctors after numerous surgeries and a 45-day hospital stay. Aubrey is now back home recovering, but the medical bills are staggering. That's why hundreds of bikers from all type of Exalted Church on Williamson Road to Radford University Saturday to raise money for the family. Organizers with the Empty Tomb Motorcycle Ministry say that around 400 motorcycles joined the ride. GoFundMe for the family has also raised over $80,000. And of course, if you'd like to donate, we got that link on our website at WSLS.com. Again, this is a story that we've been covering from the get-go. When it first came to our emails, everybody was just shocked that this happened. But the fact that the doctors were able to reattach her feet and get her recovery started is a blessing. But I think the bigger blessing that came out of all this is just to see how much the community has stepped in. Rebecca, I believe that these are people from all around the world, right?
Oh yeah, there were I think over 400 motorcyclists registered to ride this past Saturday, which was that fundraiser.
Yeah.
And then I think the furthest one away was Georgia.
Oh, wow.
So it was 400 people from all across the South. I mean, all across the region. I mean, this story has really gone out as a true, a miracle scenario. And yeah, the ministry they did a great message of they're showing their love to Aubrey and they're showing their love through Jesus.
Oh, amen.
Which is such a beautiful message.
Exactly. So definitely, if you guys want to give back, again, the story is on our website at WSLS.com. Let's keep those totals increasing because, again, this medical recovery that she's going to have to go through is going to be extensive and she's going to need some help. So Aubrey, good girl. I just pray that her recovery is fast where she'll be able to run around like a little kid again. All right. So moving on, we got to say congratulations on the retirement of one special four-legged officer. Get this, it says Henry County Sheriff's Office said goodbye to a team member. You see her right there. Team member has helped with building searches, tracking aggression control, and narcotics detection. She recently had her last shift. Now, if you look right there at this video, they were doing the sign out for her. So it says, 10-4 Deputy K9 Raja, as you have completed your last shift, the County of Henry would like to thank you for your nearly 7 years of dedication service to the Henry County Sheriff's Office and for successfully protecting your handlers. Now, K9 Raja was with the department for over 6 years, and they say that she will be greatly missed, and they hope that her retirement is full of treats and belly rubs. Again, another sweet, sweet story. Look at her right there.
I love this picture.
Yeah, exactly. It just goes to show you that, you go out to the scene and you see these canines, and obviously they mean business, but at their core, they're still a puppy. They're still that dog.
They're still dogs.
Yeah, and the fact that the handlers, just to see the relationship that a handler has with their canine unit is just something very special to see unfold as well, whether it's on the scene.
She got that one little floppy ear, the one just standing up straight.
Whether it's on scene or at home, and the fact that she'll be able to go home and just chill with some toys and dog food and just all type type of spoilage happening in that household. She deserves it.
Oh, so majestic.
Yes, definitely majestic. So yeah, congratulations to her, little Raja, and her awesome retirement. Okay, so Hokie Nation, check this out. We got the legendary former Virginia Tech football head coach Frank Beamer been named as the Grand Marshal for the SRX race in Pulaski County. Beamer will conduct the start of the race, announcing drivers to start their engines. Tourism leaders say that Beamer's presence will draw attention and viewership at an even larger level and will showcase Pulaski County as a national attraction.
For Hokie Nation, as well as the love for motorsport racing. So for this to come together in the New River Valley in Pulaski County, we're just really excited to have that opportunity.
The SRX race will also broadcast live on ESPN on July 27th. Do not miss it. If you want to see our historical figures come back through and show some love, man, that's one way to do it. And again, I bet it's going to attract a lot of people because it's a well-loved, very successful, and highly decorated individual right there. Okay, so speaking of in our news world, or excuse me, sports world, let's get to this right here. You just saw a little image of it right there. Make sure you check out 10 News' newest podcast. This is called Foul Check with 10 News reporters Brooke Leonard and Eric Johnson. In their first episode, they sat down with Boston Red Sox pitcher Zach Kelly to get to the bottom of the new pitch clock rule, adults taking baseballs from kids, and why everyone wants to be a pitcher. Says that you can find the podcast on our website at WSLS.com. Now, if you don't know exactly what this podcast is about, it's basically helping you understand the rules of certain games that you really didn't know about. Like Brooke Leonard, she would explain it the best, where, you know, she covers these games and you love baseball, you love football, you love hockey, but there are certain things that happen that we just still like, why did that happen again? And then other people have to explain it. So this is kind of a big, huge, breakdown of all the questions that may linger when you're watching your favorite sport. So it's a very entertaining podcast. Make sure you check it out again, WSLS.com. All right, bucket list activity that you may want to check out is seeing the Northern Lights. Get this, you'll have a chance to check it out and check that bucket list item off your list. People across 17 states will have a chance to see the Northern Lights on Thursday, as the world-renowned illuminated sky will be visible in many states bordering or not too far from Canada. Virginia isn't one of the lucky states, unfortunately, that gets to take in the beauty of the skies, but will be visible in Maryland. The Space Weather Prediction Center says that if you want to get a look at the Northern Lights, it's best to get away from the city. Every time I think about this, Rebecca, I think of the movie Balto. I don't know if you've seen Balto before.
I know the story.
Okay, so there's this, I'm talking about the cartoon, though, people out there who are watching. There's a scene in the cartoon where, Balto, the dog, is trying to, I guess he almost gave up with dragging this medicine across the land that he was supposed to drag across to him. And there's this white wolf that comes out of nowhere. And it's kind of like a symbolic figure, like you just got to keep going. And the Northern Lights are happening right there while he's doing the howling part. So that's what I think of every time I think of the Northern Lights. I know some people say that it is breathtaking. Have you ever seen it before, Rebecca?
No, I haven't. Philip has. He saw it when he went to Iceland.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I want to go in one of those like clear igloos.
Yeah.
And like sleep in it, and then just like look up at the sky, and it's just like tie dye.
Yes. Well, I mean, it might be. So don't isn't Philip from Maryland? Don't you travel back and forth from Maryland, or I'm thinking about Michigan?
Yeah. Philip's from Maryland.
Why don't you go ahead and that'd be you have if you can make that trip by Thursday.
I don't know. I kind of want to do it when it's like snowy and cold outside.
Oh yeah, true.
Like
I got you.
when I see him, I want to be in the Arctic.
I got you. Well, speaking of the Arctic and being cold outside, that is something that we're not experiencing at all here locally. We've got meteorologist Chris Michaels in the building telling us about this heated Monday.
Happy Monday, guys. Starting out the day with clouds, we'll end with more sunshine as humidity levels start dropping later today, and they'll continue to stay at least fairly low Tuesday and Wednesday. Still going to be hot out there, 80s and 90s throughout the week. Scattered storms starting Thursday afternoon, that chance lingering into the weekend. Have a great rest of your Monday. I'll see you guys this time tomorrow on The Sprint.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Again, that weather is a clear indication that you may want to take a dip in the pool. Get yourself under some water. Feel good, right, Rebecca? Feel good under the water.
Under the sea.
I knew it was almost coming out of there.
Under the sea.
Speaking of being under the sea and the musical beauty that happened with The Little Mermaid, we got some musicians under the water right now in this unique concert. It's happened in the Florida Keys. They highlighted the reef protection. So, this is none other than the 39th annual Lower Keys Underwater Music Festival at Lou Key Reef. Music broadcast by a local radio station was piped under the water via speakers beneath boats that were positioned above the reef. Several hundred divers and snorkelers listened to the subsea soundtracks as they explored Lou Key's colorful realm of tropical fish, coral formations, and other marine life. The festival teaches people about eco-conscious diving practices and ways to protect the Keys Reef ecosystem. So look at that. Look at that girl. She is getting it right there. I tell you. I made this comment earlier. You got like look at that, a sea star guitar. My thing is what are the fish thinking? I bet the fish are looking like these humans. there's something that they do all the time to raise awareness for us, and we don't understand it half the time, but what are they doing? You got like a mermaid.
I don't know. I see this trumpet right here,
Yes.
and my heart breaks.
Right? No, 100%. I get
Like,
you.
musical instruments are not
Supposed to
cheap,
be, yes.
and that's salt water.
Yep.
Like, forget even just like fully immersing them in regular water, but that's salt water. It's
Yeah.
just going to corrode
Oh,
every
my
portion of those
gosh.
valves. And this is where I become really nerdy. But my poor trumpet.
Yes,
Like, they
yes.
will never be able to play that ever again.
Oh yeah, especially because with the valves, even when like for example, I used to play first trumpet too, and when it would rain and your valves stick, they get
Yeah.
stuck. You gotta oil them up and when you oil them up, you clean them, all the rust comes off because of all the liquid that when you're blowing your trumpet, you're spitting in there, and so yeah, I can only imagine just taking it from a musical's perspective. That's gonna
that
do
just
some
hurts.
damage. Yes.
Like, if we got any band directors watching today, I don't know.
Well, either way, I hope they're getting their point across. Surely that instrument probably is a fake one. I would like to believe it is, but whatever the case may be, I know the fish got them a good little sight to see, something else to make fun of us humans about. Okay? So, moving on, get this. Police in Alabama blaming 4 recent deaths on social media challenge called boat jumping. Now, this is that TikTok challenge I was telling you guys about earlier. We teased a little bit earlier. And again, it's one of those things where I'm just like, why? You just got to ask the question, why? Okay, so here's the challenge. The challenge comes from the video app TikTok and shows people jumping off the back of speeding boats. I don't know who thought that was a good idea or fun, but it has rescue crews worried while on the water this summer. Members say that these deaths have been people of all ages.
You're going to end up with a broken neck. You're going to end up with broken bones. If you're not wearing a life jacket when you do it, by the time the boat circles back around to come get you, most likely you will have drowned. Hitting the water in a moving boat is like hitting concrete from jumping multiple stories up. So it's really, really dangerous.
Now, emergency personnel are encouraging people to not participate in this challenge. TikTok is now trying to warn people of the dangers of this challenge by showing a warning before playing any video of the challenge. Now, again, back on this situation, some things that, I just don't understand why individuals think it's a fun thing to do. And whoever thought of this, again, didn't take in consideration the risks that are involved. And my thing is that you always see speeding boats go by, and I see people who are, when they're skiing on the water, and they fall. That looks painful in itself. But to deliberately do it on your own and jump off the back of a boat, there, like the woman said, it's like you're falling from a building, from a skyscraper. And I just I don't get it. Either way, challenges like this needs to stop because it's taking the lives of so many people in so many different ways for no reason at all. It could be avoided, and if people would just stop, trying to get likes and trying to be popular and make it funny, just put your life first. Like, and when you picked this story, Rebecca, what went through your mind knowing that here we go, we got another challenge. It's not the Tide Pod, it's the Cinnamon Channel, all that stuff, and here we are, something that's silly as this almost.
Yeah, I know. I think it goes back to the idea that TikTok is now putting this disclaimer.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. It's in right here. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pause it. So if you see the top 2 videos in that right corner of your screen say, participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt. So that's the release that TikTok is now flagging these videos with.
Yeah.
But obviously, it can't catch all of them.
Right, right.
You know, and so there are some kids and adults, you know, scrolling through their feeds that are seeing these videos without that,
Yeah.
you know, release. And not that that small little thing is going to change anyone's actions.
Right.
But just the thought that, you know, some kids that are, you know, riding around the beach by themselves or riding around the lake by themselves will see this and say, oh, that's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Let's try it. You know, and then it could lead to some really tragic things that happen, you know, and you think it can happen at Clater Lake, it can happen at Smith Mountain Lake. Like, these things can happen in our communities. And I think it's really important, at least for me, I was thinking this morning, letting adults know that this is happening. Because I know a lot of the times I would tell my parents, like, oh yeah, we did the cinnamon challenge. And they're like, what's that?
Yeah.
So my point of view is I wanted parents to know, hey, your kids could be looking at this. You need to have these conversations before you say, go have fun on the lake today, or go have fun on, like, tubing on the river. Like, I wanted parents and guardians to be
Aware.
informed
Yeah.
that, hey, this is going around. This is something that your kids could be seeing. You might need to address this.
So definitely, if you guys are watching this, this is our way of raising awareness about this. Again, just because everybody is doing it does not mean that it's right or safe. Please, guys, stop doing these TikTok challenges that could possibly take your life. And if you have like a disclaimer on a video right then and there, something should tell you that maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe the hype or the clout is not worth my life. So just take that. I want to know y'all's thoughts on it. I obviously know some people are very much so anti-TikTok for these particular reasons. So, but yeah, if you got something to say about it or whatever your thoughts may be on this particular issue, please let us know because we would love to chit chat back and forth with you. Okay, let's get to this right now. If you are feeling lucky, get this. Powerball jackpot is now up to $650 million, and the Mega Millions jackpot also increasing to $480 million. Fortunately, the chances that you're going to win this, not that great, because you're more likely to be bitten by a shark, be struck by lightning. Keep in mind the ticket sales support public education here in the Commonwealth, so win or lose is for a good cause. Powerball jackpot drawing is tonight at 11. So if you've recently been bitten by a shark or just got struck by lightning, you're still alive and well, go get you a ticket. And when you win, you need to remember your friends here on the Morning Sprint because Lord knows we all could use a little moolah like that. That would be a very, very big win right there. So if you're out there and you're doing this, congratulations in advance if you do win. But good luck to those people who are just, going to try to see their luck. I might go get me one tonight.
I know, I'm thinking the same thing.
See how we feeling, man. Just see how we feeling. Okay, so it is Motivation Monday, which means you sprinted your pins our way. We got to get to these shout outs real quick. Let's go right here. This is from Marcy M. She's sending us this double rainbow in West Bassett. A beautiful sight to see right there. Thank you so much, Miss Marcy, for sending that in because, again, it should be making you, make sure you press pause.
I did. I was going to the next one.
Oh, no, but I was finished with it.
Okay,
Just wait
sorry, Marcy.
Wait for me to finish it. Okay, so Marcy, this is her double rainbow. Again, thank you for sending this in because it should motivate you guys to get out and about, see the skies, have a good time. And speaking of getting out and about, got Rocky G coming in with this site from Smith Mountain Lake.
I can change it now? There you go.
Okay, so Smith Mountain Lake, if you're looking at your screen right now, you see another beautiful shot of the sky, out and about, motivated to get out on the water and enjoy these summer months as well. And then last but not least, this is Jade and Rain waiting on an apple. They are motivated to eat healthy, y'all. This is coming from Ann Torpening. So shout out to you sending us your pictures of your pup. Always a good sight to see. And so anytime you guys have anything you want to sprint our way, please let us know because we would love so much to give you guys shout out. Tomorrow is Tasty Tuesday. So if you're eating something delicious or you see something delicious that you want to share, you're cooking something delicious you want to share, send it our way and we're going to give you a shout out on Tasty Tuesday on the Morning Sprint. Okay, so this weekend was a very special weekend for one of our very own. Check out this. This is our baby Noah. He is our photojournalist right now. Noah Alderman Alderman just married the love of his life, Laurel. You guys see her before when we were doing some type of deal on the Morning Sprint a while back in the old studio for Valentine's Day, talking about their engagement and how happy he was and all that good stuff. Like, this is just a very special couple here. And as you can see, all of us we were there. We had to get a goofy picture in. If you look right here, boom, there we go. Showing much love to this beautiful couple. They're on their honeymoon right now. We just wanted to tell you guys we love you to death. We're very excited about this new chapter in your life. We wish you the best, and I cannot wait for you to get back here so we can continue to celebrate with this new chapter of life. Let's pull in Jazzy Jazz real quick. Jazz, are you? What do you think about Noah's picture, his engagement?
Yeah, I think they look absolutely amazing. I was super excited to see that posted on social media yesterday, and it definitely made my day.
Yes, definitely. Now, also, okay, so on a serious note, this TikTok challenge, I always tell these kids, and I know I'm not that much older than them, but it always disturbs me when I see something else is happening where it's taking people's lives in a senseless manner. So this is something that's popular online, apparently, boat jumping.
Yeah, it definitely hits close to home for me because I have two little siblings. And I know that they're on TikTok. I know that they're doing these videos that have these challenges. So it just honestly, it worries me.
Yeah.
And they have enough sense to know that they shouldn't be out here following everything they see on the internet. But not everyone knows. So it definitely concerns me to see that there are challenges like this out there that could put somebody's lives in danger. And so many lives have already been taken because of this challenge. So it honestly just breaks my heart to know that kids are out here watching these videos and then doing these challenges, like you said, thinking it's going to look cool.
Yeah.
But ultimately doing something that's going to cause a permanent consequence. So it's honestly, it's scary to see.
Definitely. All right, Jazz, do we have any viewers or comments today?
Yeah, from Paco de Cafa.
What did he say?
He said good morning, and then he said in response to Noah's wedding pictures, he said it's a cute couple.
Oh, sweet. That is awesome. I mean, hey, thank you so much. Was it Papo de Taco?
Yes.
Okay, well, shout out to Papo de Taco for watching, and thank you so much for such a sweet comment because I know it's going to mean a lot to Noah if he's watching this. Everybody is sending him the best love and best wishes ever. Is there anything else for us?
That's it for today.
All right, girlie. Well, God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, Jazz. All right, before we roll out, we get into the headlines. I'm going to have Rebecca read those off for us. So, Rebecca, go ahead and take it, girlie.
Okay, so coming up in our later newscasts, including 10 News at noon, the investigation into a man's murder continues this morning. Martinsville police say it happened around 2:30 Sunday morning on Commonwealth Boulevard. We have the identity of the victim who later died from a gunshot wound, the latest on this investigation. And 100 members of the Virginia National Guard are now stationed along the Texas-Mexico border. The troops plus 10 support personnel deployed on Saturday. The Guard should be on the ground in Texas for about 10 days, although that mission can be extended if the governor deems fit. Why Governor Youngkin is stepping in all the way from here in the Commonwealth. And last but not least, 4 Henry County Sheriff's deputies are suspended without pay after a use of force incident at the Henry County Adult Detention Center. The department says it happened on July 1st when a man was arrested for being drunk in public and being uncooperative at the detention center. The transparency coming from the sheriff this afternoon and what he says his department is now doing.
Perfect.
Daphne?
All right, man. Thank you so much. Again, those headlines and so much more, many more stories that I'll be covering throughout the day, whether they're online at WSLS.com or on air at our later newscast. Okay, so thank you for joining us today on our Monday edition of the Morning Sprint. You already know what's happening. We'll be back here again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com for the Morning Sprint.